So notarial practice, remote notarization, and then the new code of judicial conduct. It's still part of your bar syllabus. Right. For the notarial practice, the promulgation of the rules on electronic notarization, no? Meron na tayong electronic notarization modernizes notarial practice in the Philippines. So it is important to note that these new rules, no, supplement, take note ha, the rules on electronic notarization merely supplement rather than replace the 2004 rules on notarial practice. So governing pa rin itong 2004 rules on notarial practice. Now, when you apply, no, as a notary public, no, kapag lawyer na kayo, i-apply nyo ito, no, yung notary public. So you need to be knowledgeable or acquainted with these rules kasi in notary public, no, before kayo magrantan, no, before the executive judge will grant you a commission, no, commission to perform or practice notary public, merong ibang judge na nagpapa-recitation, no? Kaya bago kayo mag-apply later on, aralin nyo ito ha, yung 2004 rules on notarial practice and then e-notarization kasi may recitation dyan. Kahit na abogado na kayo, may recitation pa rin doon. Okay? So, traditional 2004 rules governs paper documents and instruments no, bearing handwritten or wet signatures or marks. So, ito yung traditional, yung pipirma sa harap nyo. No, isipin nyo ngayon ha, notary public kayo. Pipirma sa harap nyo yung inyong kliyente o yung affiant. So, wet signatures yan, handwritten signatures. Now, for electronic naman, this strictly governs the electronic notarization of electronic documents. So, that is in PDF format, no? It expressly does not apply to the execution of notarial wills, deposition taking, or paper documents with wet signatures. O kapag ang tanong sa bar exam, notarial wills, o tapos electronic notarization in-apply, o tama ba si lawyer? Siyempre hindi, kasi expressly excluded, no? Ang execution of notarial wills in electronic notarization. So, dapat yun ay traditional or yung 2004 rules on notarial practice. Alright? So, take note of that. Mode of appearance. For traditional, strictly requires the physical and in-person appearance of the principal before the notary public. No, kailangan hindi pwede na magpapanotaryo ka, no? Sa ibang dokumento, dokumento ng kaibigan mo, ng kamag-anak mo, ikaw mo magpapanotaryo, bawal 'yun. Dapat kung sino nakapirma doon sa dokumento, siya ang haharap sa notary public. Okay? For in-person electronic notarization naman, the principal physically appears before the electronic notary public, but the document and signatures are electronic using an accredited electronic notarization facility. So in this case, you are appearing before an electronic notary public or ENP, but yung signature nyo is executed through what? Through electronic notarization facility, through ano siya, digital, no? Electronic format ang inyong pagpirma. So, hindi siya wet signature. And then, we also have remote electronic notarization where the principal appears virtually, no, online, before the electronic notary public through video conferencing facility of an accredited electronic notarization facility or ENF. It must be synchronous and real-time pre-recorded. It must be synchronous and real-time. Pre-recorded videos of signing are strictly prohibited. So, dapat live, no? Parang ginagawa natin ngayon live. Okay? It should be real-time na naka-appear virtually yung principal or yung affiant. For the territorial jurisdiction, oh, this is important. Okay, a notary public in traditional sense can only perform notarial acts within the strict territorial jurisdiction of the commissioning court. Meaning, if you are a notary public in Quezon City, you may only perform acts within the jurisdiction of Quezon City. Doon lang, no? Hindi ka pwedeng pumuntang Makati ng Manila, no? Doon ka magpe-perform ng notarial act. Bawal yun. Kung sa Quezon City ka lang, sa Quezon City ka lang pwede magnotaryo. However, in electronic notarization, there is an expanded jurisdiction na palawak, no? Once commissioned, an ENP or electronic notary public is authorized to perform electronic notarial acts for principals located anywhere in the Philippines, no? Furthermore, an ENP can perform limited extraterritorial electronic notarial acts for principals located outside the Philippines. Oh, kahit nasa abroad, pwede, no? Provided, this is very important ha, kung nasa abroad, ang principal, the principal should be what? physically inside the premises of a Philippine embassy, consular office, or office of a Philippine Honorary Consul abroad. Dapat nandoon sila sa offices na yan, nasa loob sila. Kasi kapag ka magko-conduct na ng verification or ng notarization, no? Ang gagawin diyan ng principal, kailangan niyang ipakita yung surroundings niya. Nandun nga siya sa loob ng embassy. No, yun ang requirement. So, hindi pwede nandun lang sa bahay, nasa abroad, no? Dapat nandiyan sa embassy, consular office, or office of a Philippine Honorary Consul abroad. Okay, however, take note, the electronic notary public must be physically inside the Philippines. Hindi pwede na yung ENP, yung notary public, nasa ibang bansa din. Wala nang jurisdiction doon. Ang jurisdiction pa rin ng ENP ay sa Pilipinas. Okay? So, clear tayo dyan, ha? Okay, for technology and security requirements, so for traditional, relies on physical inspection of IDs, wet signatures, physical notarial seal, and a bound paper notarial register. For electronic, we have here yung accredited yan na electronic notarial facility. No, ipapa-accredit mo pa yan sa Supreme Court. So, it is, and then the ANP uses a digital signature or secure electronic signature. Okay? And then electronic na rin yung notarial book. Mm. And then what else? Take note ha, when you are commissioned as a notary public in traditional sense, no, hindi automatic ha na commission na rin kayo as electronic notary public. Makaibang commissioning yan ha, makaibang application, makaibang requirements. Take note of that. Kasi baka sa bar exam problem, sinabi na registered lang siya or commission lang siya as notary public in its traditional sense. But that lawyer, no, or that notary public performs electronic notarization, bawal yun. Okay, may violation na siya doon. Okay, so take note of the difference. Okay. For the qualification and term, under the 2004 Rules on Notarial Practice, a notary public must be a Filipino citizen, over 21, a resident of the Philippines for at least 1 year, and a member of a bar in good standing. The commission lasts for 2 years, commencing on the first day of January when the commissioning was made, and expiring on the December 31 of the second year. So let's say, 2026 ngayon, July. Ngayon kayo na-approve, no? Na-commission kayo ngayon as notary public. Now, sabi dyan, ang expiration ng notary public nyo lasts for 2 years. Pero, ang commencement date niya is first day of January. Meaning, yung 1 year nyo, mag-start agad from January 1, 2026. Kahit na ngayong July 2026 lang kayo na commission. No? So, kumbaga, meron ng expired portion. Okay, and then may expire yung commissioning notary public nyo hanggang kailan? So 2026 ngayon, 1 year na yon until December 31, 2027. Expired na agad, no? Ng next year, December 31, 2027. So ganun ang counting ng expiration. Kasi baka magkamali kayo, akala nyo ang 2 years, ire-recon nyo ngayong araw. Ay hindi. Magkaka-admin case kayo. Jurisdiction. A notary public can only perform notarial acts within the territorial jurisdiction of the commissioning court. So a notarization performed outside this jurisdiction is void and constitutes a serious ethical breach. So this is for under a notarial practice in traditional sense. And then of course, competent evidence of identity, okay, government ID, and then yung cedula na is no longer considered a valid competent evidence of identity. And then we also have sanctions provided by CIPRA. Okay. Sahin nyo na lang yan. Mga sanctions, this is a qualification, suspension. Okay. And these are the difference, no? Between traditional notarial rules and e-notarization. O, screenshot nyo na lang yan, yung difference. Okay, basta important lang naman dito ha, sinabi ko kanina, kung na-commission kayo as traditional notary public, hindi automatic na electronic notary public na rin kayo. Magkaiba yan. Kasi magmamatter yan sa jurisdiction magkakamali. Pagka mali yung understanding, no? Okay, so let's read the MacBar drill. Is Attorney Diana's contention correct? Attorney Diana has a valid and subsisting traditional notarial commission for Pasig City under the 2004 Rules on Notarial Practice. Her client Bruce physically went to her law office bringing a tablet that contained a contract in PDF. Bruce signed the contract digitally on his tablet right in front of Diana. Attorney Diana then verified Bruce's identity, opened a standard PDF editing application on her computer, Attach an electronic image of her wet signature and pasted a scan image of her physical notarial seal onto the document. She reasoned that since Bruce was physically present in her office, the strict requirement of in-person physical appearance under her 2004 commission was perfectly satisfied, making the notarization valid. Tama nga ba? No? Pero tingnan nyo ha, traditional, pero ang ginawa nila PDF. O, alam nyo na, no? Okay, no? Attorney Diana's contention is incorrect. The electronic notarization of a contract is completely invalid because under the rules on electronic notarization, while qualified individuals are permitted to simultaneously perform both electronic and traditional notarization, they must possess distinct and separate commissions. No? Sasabi ko kanina, separate commissions for both. For the ENP, the notary public, no, the ENP may only use a Supreme Court accredited electronic notarization facility. So merong ibang system kasi yan. Hindi basta-basta na nag-open ka lang ng PDF mo sa iyong computer. Meron niyang software, no, na ipapa-accredit mo pa sa Supreme Court. Okay, and then the notarization of electronic documents is strictly governed by the rules on electronic notarization, whereas 2004 rules, notarial rules are exclusively reserved for paper documents with handwritten wet signatures or marks. So in this case, no, the document sought to be notarized was an electronic document which places under the transaction is squarely within the exclusive domain of the rules on e-notarization. Attorney Diana cannot rely on her traditional 2004 notarial commission to validate an electronic notarial act because she does not hold a separate valid electronic notarial commission issued by electronic notary administrator. Okay? So, na-bypass niya rin yung requirements. So, Attorney Diana's contention is incorrect. Okay? Now, we'll go to judicial ethics. O, malapit na tayong matapos, no? Judicial ethics. The conduct of the judiciary is measured by the highest standards to preserve public trust. The primary framework is the new Code of Judicial Conduct supported by the 1989 Code of Judicial Conduct and the Rules of Court. So we have here the recurring bar matters, the independence and impartiality of a judge. So judge, no, a judge must not only be impartial but must appear impartial. Ano ha, tingnan niyo yung transition natin ha, tapos na tayo sa mga lawyers, no? Ngayon, ito na, yung mas higher, yung mga judges na ngayon ang tinatopic natin. Kasi under na tayo ng judicial ethics. So this govern the actions of a judge. Okay, so ang focus natin ngayon, mga judge. So a judge must not only be impartial, but must appear impartial. This means severing all ties that might cast doubt on their objectivity. O tingnan nyo, no? Kung ang lawyer mataas na ang standard na kailangan sa atin, sa judge mas mataas pa. Okay? So, kung gusto niyo maging judge, baka kailangan ng ibang social life niyo, makakalimutan na, no? Kung it may appear no impartial, no? It may question your authority as a judge, no? Talaga medyo restricted na ang kanilang movement. Okay. So, this is a 2019 bar question. Okay. Na ano to? Mukhang na baliktad ang aking slide, no? This question is still about notarial practice. Sige, basahin na rin natin. Okay. So name at least 2 violations of the rules on notarial practice committed by Attorney A. Attorney A duly licensed notary public, has maintained several notarial registers in his separate office in order to cater to the needs of his clients and accommodate their growing number. Marami siyang notarial register. Due to Attorney A's busy schedule, Attorney A's secretary would usually perform the notarial acts on his behalf. O imagine nyo ha, yan yung nakikita nyo ata, no? May mga gumagawa ng ganyan. Hindi nakaharap ang abogado. Sinong nakaharap? Secretary. Bawal yan, no? Bawal. Hindi sekretary ang pipirma, dapat yung abogado. 1019 bar question to ha. Sometime in April 2017, Mrs. B, an overseas Filipino worker staying in Singapore, sought the legal services of Attorney A for the nullification of her marriage. Consequently, Attorney A drafted a petition with verification which was sent from his law office in Manila to Singapore for her signature of Mrs. B after signing the same. Send it back to Attorney A. So when the document arrived in Attorney A's office, his secretary, as per usual practice, notarized the signed document upon Attorney A's instruction. O tingnan nyo, ano mga violations niya? by reading this question. Syempre, una, no? Ano yan? Attorney A, maintain several notarial register. Bawal yan. Dapat isa lang, di ba? Kasi isa lang ng opisina mo eh. Hindi ka naman maraming opisina, no? Isa lang opisina mo. Pagka notary public, isang notarial register lang yan. Kasi may sequencing yan ng number. Tsaka pwede ka ba yung katawan mo, iba't ibang opisina? Ano yun, kaluluwa mo nasa isang opisina, yung physical body mo nasa isa? Syempre hindi. Kaya isang opisina lang yan. Tsaka isang notarial register. What else? Sekretary niya ang pumipirma. Bawal din. What else? Yung pangatlong violation dyan. Di ba? Ang dami. Pinapirma niya yung documents pinadala sa Singapore. O ibig sabihin, hindi personally na nag-appear on before. Attorney A yung si Mrs. B. So mali din yun na ipapadala sa abroad tsaka doon pipirmahan. No? So marami siyang violations. So ito kanyang mga violations. Alright? Tatlo lahat. Okay, so basahin niyo na yan. So clearly, no, Attorney A clearly violated the rules on notarial practice. No, screenshot niyo na lang din yan. What else? May Attorney A be also held liable under CPR. Ito CPR pa ito ha kasi 2019 pa to eh. For the same infractions committed by him as a notary public. Syempre, di ba? Yes, Attorney A may also be held liable under, ito, hindi pa ko na siya SIPRA na lang kasi SIPRA na kayo. For the same infractions committed by him as a notary public because being a lawyer, he is bound to adhere with the ethical guidelines of the SIPRA. So kahit na notary public ka, syempre lawyer ka pa din. No? Kaya govern ka pa rin ng SIPRA. So yun na yung sinasabi dyan. So, Attorney A engaged in unlawful conduct. No? Tingnan yung legal basis. Nagamit yung you did. A lawyer shall not engage in unlawful, dishonest, immoral, or deceitful conduct and not to engage in the conduct that adversely reflects his fitness to practice law. And then also, a lawyer shall not delegate to any unqualified persons the performance of any task which by law or may only be performed by a member of the bar in good standing. Okay, so bawal yun na Attorney A let his secretary to perform the notarial acts. So, bawal. 2019 bar question o pina-define, no? Competent evidence of identity. Ang daming question about the notarial practice in 2019. Ano lang naman to definition ng competent evidence of identity, no? Refers to the identification of individual based on at least one current identification documents issued by an official agency bearing the photograph and signature. Okay? It may also refer to the oath or affirmation of one credible witness not privy to the instrument, document, transaction is personally known to the notary public and who personally knows the individual. No? Kung walang ID, so pwede yan. No? Oath or affirmation of one credible witness. Kasi ano mo na rin, identify mo na rin yung identity, no? Part that is considered no a competent evidence of identity, the oath or affirmation of one credible witness. Pero dapat not privy to the instrument. Wala siyang interest doon sa instrument or not a party to that instrument.